There's a lot of fan service in anime nowadays.
Boobies.
Yum.
Penises.
To clarify,
Why?
we also like penises.
No, we don't. That doesn't clarify anything.
Welcome to Weekday One Up.
What happened is we do the intros on a whim, like they're not planned, and Dakota just goes boobies, and I was like,
Yum.
that's where you win. Great.
That's where I was gonna go.
I thought you were gonna be like plot,
oh
No.
but he's
That
just
would've
like, let's skip over that.
Lovely boobaroos.
Boobaroos, huh? That's-
Tumbly whatsits.
It's gonna be that kind of episode, guys. We've got Nate here.
Hi.
Hey.
He's not been on the second season.
No, he hasn't.
He also didn't know that he was gonna be doing this today. If you need to eat while you're doing
No,
this,
no,
you
no,
know,
we're good.
He's got some
Well,
raviolis.
there's
done.
two to
It'll
do.
cool
They're
off.
gonna be cold.
It'll cool off. It'll be fine.
We'll be fine.
The raviolis. He eats them raw normally.
You are just
I
you are a
can't.
disgusting human being.
I'm
Okay.
gonna channel my inner Drew.
Together today, I have formed this alliance to talk about
Fan service.
fan service. Actually, we literally didn't know we were talking about fan service until about
There's Yarlog. He was hiding.
3 seconds before we did the intro.
That's
So
true.
fan service. What do you guys think about fan service in anime? Do you think it's sort of like, I feel like it's sort of gotten to a point where it's not going to grow anymore. Like, I feel like when we were kids, you know, Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, even Sailor Moon, which had all females in it, could have done a ton of fan service. You know, and none of them did any of that stuff.
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball did a little
Yeah.
bit.
Dragon Ball, but I don't think they used it as, like, fan service. It was just for, like, comedic effect.
It was, yeah.
Like, and then when you get into Dragon Ball Z, there was none.
There was a smidge at the beginning. Not a lot.
What?
The theme song where it zoomed out of Bulma's boobs.
That's not fan service.
That's just boob zoom out.
Yeah, that's not. That's just a transition
I
into
guess
another
my,
shot.
I guess my mind is just on boobs today.
I guess so. Yeah, I mean, there's this scene in the Dragon Ball intro. It like zooms out of Bulma's boobs. I was like,
Fan
whoa!
Total fan service moment.
It's like the worst fan
9 out of
service.
10.
I was like, hottest anime scene ever.
10 out of 10. No, I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that.
10 out of 10 would.
Yeah. It's been a long day. We've all been up since early hours. Him earliest.
I was about to look at you and be like, excuse me?
I've been up since 7. He's been up since 7.
Oh, up to 7.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
It's not that. It's kind of early.
It ain't that bad.
It ain't that bad. So what are we talking about fan service wise? What are we doing?
What do you feel about fan service, and how do you feel that it's grown and changed over the years? Now, fan service is more, technically, fan service is more than just like
Movies.
boobs and for all the whole show free, and it's more than that. It's
High
really
School
like,
to Bed.
yeah, it literally just means giving fans like what they want. So like
Right.
if we wanted a new Dragon Ball series and say they announced one, I mean that's kind of fan service. So what do you guys think about fan service
No, we're talking strictly.
in anime? Forget what I just said. I was just doing a Dragon Ball.
Now, when you
reference.
say fan service, are we talking about the pervy side or just any side?
It's got
well, the pervy
both
side,
sides.
and then also about them like maybe changing the story just to please the fans instead
Well,
of going their own direction. That's
some
considered fan service
Some fan
too.
service, and that people that really don't like it, it moves the plot along. And when I mean the actual plot, there's some shows where
My God, her boobs are so big. The
Not
plot,
that-
it's moving.
that's not what I meant. When
Hashtag
the
kill.
love interest falls on the other love interest and grabs her boob, it moves the story along a little bit.
Oh, so like slice of life, like romance, comedy.
Right.
I got you.
You would go there.
Hey, you gotta have that.
What do you
dish
guys
in there.
feel about fan service, like in the type, like?
Can I say that I have never once fallen on a girl and grabbed her boob?
I haven't either. No,
I'm not.
Guess
I don't
lying.
think I've ever fallen on a girl.
I guess I'm the odd guy out. No, I've never done that.
Fan service in anime, as far as like the pervy side, I think it's all right as long as it's not
over the top.
Depending on like if it's an ecchi anime, like it's meant for that, then obviously I'm not gonna be mad about that because it's in the description. If you get mad,
Yeah, it's ecchi.
It's ecchi.
Right.
That's the show.
What do you feel about like though? And I know you've not watched the second season of it yet, but I can just tell you that this happens. Between Code Geass season 1 and Code Geass season 2, Colin in the first season is just like this BA girl who just goes out in the mech and does awesome stuff. In the second season, they make her kind of fan service, like straight up.
The first season, like
do you see her
there's
naked
one
in the
shower
first season?
scene.
Yeah, but no, I mean
that's
like
more
even
realistic.
no, I mean like even in the mech, like they'll have the camera positioned in a way where you can just like see her butt like straight up or like see down her shirt.
Because later in the show, like in the first mech, she's sitting down.
Right. She has one
Later,
where she, like,
she has
lays.
to lay down like she's on a motorcycle.
Well, I feel like that's fan service in a way.
I think
where
that's
they
well
are
done, fan
They
service.
realized she was popular, and people thought she was a waifu material.
I like Colin.
I think they made Colin fan service to get more guys to come watch the show.
That's what I'm.
I would have watched even without that.
Yeah, I love Code Geass so much that I didn't even notice that they were fan servicing Colin until I saw a video talking about it, and then I was like, "Dang, they're right. They really do turn her into fan service."
I don't think it took it away from the story at all. I think
No.
I think it added a little funny effect in the fact that, I mean, there were people obviously shipping different characters from that show, and there's probably Lelouch and Colin, and there's
Lelouch and Sherry.
yeah.
All right, okay, I got one. I got a big example of fan service. I got the best example of fan. Maybe not the best, but I got a good example.
Okay.
Nami from One Piece.
Well, that's another example of in the beginning, she's not fan service.
And then like 2 year time skip.
That's Oda being like, we need more fan service to get more people to watch this anime and read this manga because not enough people are. We better put some fan service in it.
He put some in before the time spin.
Oh yeah, there's definitely fan service.
Now a
before
show
the time
that
skip.
started off with fan service and has kind of kept straight with how far it's gone. Fairy Tail.
Yeah,
but it's not like over the top fan service. It's like just the right amount.
But
to where,
forget,
kids can still watch it.
Forget individual shows. Like overall in general, how do you feel about just in general there needing to be fan service apparently in shows? Like
I don't think there needs to be, but I also think I don't have a problem with it.
But almost everything does it now.
But
It's kind of like I watched a video recently, and it was like top 10 biggest cliches in anime.
Fan service.
Fan service was number 2.
Yeah.
It's one of the biggest ones. It's something put in there
I think
just
Dakota
for
wants
fun.
to say something really bad.
no, that's cool.
Yeah.
You kept like all my.
Well, it's because Nate does these like little tiny pregnant pauses. I'm like, okay, he's still going. Okay.
And no, I'm just kidding.
What was I gonna say? Damn you.
Welcome to Weekday One Up, guys.
How you doing? No, okay. It doesn't bother me so much now because I'm just kind of I've become what's the word?
Desensitized.
I've been
Totally,
desensitized
dude.
to
I don't
it.
even notice
I don't
it.
notice it. Like if I see it, I'm like, oh hey, boobies. But like
I don't even do that. I don't notice anything. I'm like, I'm just watching the show. Like, maybe you were about to mention this. I don't know. But is it wrong to pick up girls in a dungeon?
Danmachi, yeah.
Danmachi. Dude, I don't even notice that, like, Hestia is fan service the crap out of until she got huge and popular everywhere. Hestia craze is insane.
I didn't notice it either because I was loving the story so much.
Yeah, I love the show.
I
didn't even notice her blue ribbon.
I didn't
totally
either
either until you pointed it out to me. I thought she tied it around her waist
I should totally cosplay
as like a belt.
We should all cosplay Hestia.
Dude, let's do it, MomoCon 2015.
Dude, that is an easy cosplay to do.
We can just get we can all get really long wife beaters. Dude, let's do it! Come on! Let's do that on like Saturday night. Come on, guys. Should we do it? Let us know in the comments.
Oh, I'll need to keep my hair out so I
Oh
can put it in
my
a pony-
God.
I
It
can
doesn't
put it-
it doesn't have to be good. We can just wear like long
no, I wanna
wife
put
beaters.
As long as we've got the ribbon, that's all
I
that
can put my
matters.
We
hair
don't even have
and pigtails.
No, we don't even have to do that.
Dude, if we've got the ribbon and white with a blue ribbon, that's literally all that matters. We could get the ribbon at our work for really easy.
Grab me one.
We could get like we could just get a thing of it.
Lives are changing.
Dude, we're doing this, right?
Sure.
Are we doing this? Are we committing to doing this? Come on.
I'm not gonna shake now, but I'm like 90% sure.
Okay, high five on it for now.
Okay. If you guys really want to see us do it, let us know and I'll do it. If you really want to see.
But no, I like Danmachi's story so much, and I love the idea. And we talked about this in the Comic Cast. I love the idea of humans leveling up, not just in a game. You actually level up.
and you love that so much that you didn't even notice the fan service.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
Yeah, I don't notice.
you know, there's fan service, and I'm like, but I just like I'm watching this show.
There's another thing about fan service that I want to kind of talk about though, and that's that. In a way, it does kind of suck because
It gives people bad rap.
It gives
Right.
anime
it gives
a bad rap.
anime a bad rap.
Because
Like,
I think it's all just porn.
yeah. You guys, I was gonna say you don't know, but maybe you do know. Ran into a lot of people in my life who are just like, anime, that porn stuff, that's
That hentai?
disgusting.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, no. And then I try and get him to watch a show. Like, if you listen to Nakamacast, you know that Drew's first anime. Because I'm an idiot and I don't notice it. Like, even
Right.
this is how much I don't
I don't know how you
realize-
didn't notice
No,
it in
obviously I
that.
notice it. But this is how much that I don't think about it.
There's so much epic going on. In this.
I don't think about it. With High School of the Dead, I am so desensitized to fan service that when I'm not watching the show, I'm just not really thinking about the fan service. So Drew, when I was telling him to watch an anime, I was like, why don't you watch High School of the Dead? And he came back a couple days later and he was like, why did you tell me to watch that? That's disgusting. I thought you said this wasn't porn. And I was literally like, what are you talking about?
What is it?
You're an
Episode
idiot.
7 or 8.
So it gives it a bad rap, and it's
But
harder
there's-
for people to get into it.
There's also shows like High School of the Dead. If you took all the fan service out, still would love it.
Wait, what about Food Wars? Shokugeki no
Oh,
Soma.
that's a different kind of fan
I don't.
service.
That's fan service. I don't even see.
I see it, but I don't. Honestly,
there.
that's fan service that I honestly kind of don't want to be there.
Oh, I guess we're talking about like when they
I'm talking about like when the squids come.
Yeah.
And like,
yeah, I don't need the squids. I don't mind when they get when they're like, oh, with the food. I don't mind that. It's the squid thing that kind of bothers me.
yeah,
If you
'Cause
haven't
they
seen
throw
Food
that
Wars, this
hentai
they
sounds really
orgasm
screwed
at
up.
every.
every
Everything
time.
he eats, yeah. Or
Have
they
you watched
eat
the
that
newest
he
Food
made.
Wars yet?
No.
Jeez. Anyway,
Jeez.
But so like High School of the Dead, you could take all the fan service out and still would be a great show.
Would it? Yeah.
But then there's shows like High School DxD, where if you took the fan service out, the story wouldn't be very good. You wouldn't watch the show because it's all it is a high school kid.
That's
with,
why I don't watch that show.
Right.
It's too much fan service. Honestly, I'm actually one of those guys that when it's too much, I won't watch it. That's why I didn't want to watch Don Machi at first because I was like, to pick up girls in a dungeon.
Yeah.
It says ecchi on it. I was like, I'm not watching this.
When we watched the trailer, it didn't hint at any of the epicness that's going to be in
that's
the show.
partially why I think I've dropped Tri-Age X. I watched the first episode, and honestly, it was a good first episode, but there's a chick in it that shows her just sitting there, and I'm talking her boobs were about that big. I'm not even playing. And it was like, why? Why did your boobs need to be that big?
Well, guys, what do you feel about fan service in anime, and especially the sexual content? Since that's what we've been talking about the whole time. Let us know in the comments below. Do you think it's unnecessary? Are you desensitized to it as well? I kind of wish they would pull it back a little.
Just
Honestly.
a smidge.
Just pull it. I don't have to get rid of it, but in some things, I think it's not necessary.
I think
All
there's-
right.
yeah, I just think there's some shows they made just so they can throw fan service.
Oh, I know one. Yuri Kuma Arashi.
Oh my god. I was going to say Mimi Me.
Oh my god. I just want to say this really fast. Mimi is not an anime.
I know.
I just want to say this really fast. If anyone's listening to the IGN Anime Talk podcast, I'm not saying it's bad or anything, but I tuned out the second that one of the girls said that her favorite show last season was Yuri Kuma Arashi.
It was?
Yeah,
then-
I was
but
like,
then-
I'm done with this.
But then they all said that harem anime sucks.
They were all women as well.
Yeah.
What do you think's gonna happen? You get all girls together in a room and have them talk about harem.
But
They're gonna say it sucks.
But they like a show about lesbian bears?
Okay. Intro.
Oh. Question of the day.
What's with you and Yarlog today, dude?
I don't know, man.
You never touch him, and you've been doing.
I
so
touch him
much,
every episode.
but you've been like destroying him today. If you broke my amiibo, I would kill you.
Yeah,
Those aren't
but-
cheap.
Okay.
There they are.
We're actually gonna skip every question that we've been asked and to get to the newest one, just because I want to do it while Nate's here. So we're gonna go back to the other questions. Just this made more sense to have Nate here too, because we get his story. Michael Cude.
Michael
Cud?
Cude.
Cude?
I'm gonna say Cude.
Just don't look at my phone. Dakota knows I don't like
I
that.
was reading the name.
Yeah, I know.
He's got a real issue with it.
How do you guys get time off of work for all these cons?
Well, see what we gotta do.
It's Kill Our Bosses.
Nate, I want to hear your story first,
Oh.
because ours is similar.
Well, with my old job, it was a hassle.
It was a hassle.
They didn't have like a scheduled amount of time you had off. You just kind of asked for a day off, and it worked for them. It worked. But you'd have to ask like
It worked for them, huh?
2 months ahead of time, and you had to make sure that no one else was taking a day off that week, and two, because the way where I used to work was
You don't work there anymore. You can say it.
I wouldn't say it. Let's just not say anything about official names. I guess you can if you want, because I'm gonna mention Kroger.
It doesn't matter. Well, I mean, Firestone's a great place to work. It's not their problem.
I was there today.
Oh, really?
Had to get an oil change.
And they staff for perfect. They don't give you more staff. It's kind of hard. With my new job, it's the same way in the fact that they staff for perfect. They don't staff for
when. It's like exactly who they need.
It's exactly how many people they need. But I work for the state government now, so I get a lot of paid time off now.
So that helps.
That helps a lot.
You often have weekends off, right?
Yeah, and every 3 weeks.
If I work 10 days straight every 3 weeks, but I get 4 days off after that. And a lot of cons, like MomoCon, falls right on it.
I'm gonna have 4 days off next week.
Mm-hmm. MomoCon falls right on it. Yep.
Awesome. All right. What do we do?
Okay, this is what we do. We hack into the mainframe.
Yeah, the mainframe.
We hack into the mainframe. Then we go in and we're like, this woman.
We get rerouted, but we find our way back.
Rerouted, but we're like, hey, rerouted me to Friendster.
Shout out.
No, really all we gotta do is we just go online and click time off. And as long as we do it before 2 weeks, within 15 days.
We'll get it off probably.
Yeah, our work is very, very lenient.
Very lenient about it, which is one of the main reasons why...
It's nice
we're very much still there.
Yeah, that's seriously, we're like we should be finding other jobs.
Yeah, we don't make a ton. I don't want to talk too much about our job because we're really not supposed to talk about it online.
That's fine as long as you don't say what it is.
But still, though, just to be safe.
It's nice to have a place that has more extra staff.
They don't.
It doesn't?
No.
Oh.
We just screw them over when we leave.
Yeah.
Seriously, not even playing.
We really.
But here's my story.
It's the managers that screw over our manager. It's the head managers because they don't tell her what's going on. They don't tell her when we're going to be gone. She just shows up and they're like, where are they? And they're like, I think they have it off. And she's like,
well, anyway, I do want to mention a little bit about something on my side, which is a lot of people have asked me before on my convention reviews channel too, and I didn't want to go too in detail. How do I go to all these cons, How do I get off for all these? And even before I worked at the job I worked at now, I worked at Kroger. Terrible place to work at. If you work at Kroger, quit. Seriously, I'm not playing. I know how it is, okay? Because they brainwash you into thinking you can't find anything else. It's a lie. Quit. Go in today and quit. Okay, anyway, sorry. But I was working there, and they would give me stuff off normally, but it was a huge hassle, like you were saying, which it shouldn't have been.
We're all wearing very nerdy shirts. I like it.
And it was... the MatsuriCon 2013, they said they'd give it off to me and Drew because we couldn't check our schedule beforehand. They came out on Friday when we had to be gone.
Can I just say I love this story every time I hear it?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I love this freaking story.
Well, they said we had it off. We come in after the con, literally Sunday. We just got back from the con. I don't think we even went home yet. I'm pretty sure we stopped right at Kroger to check our schedule and stuff. And we're scheduled for the entire weekend of the con when we had just been gone. And we asked our manager, we're like, what's going on? Why were we scheduled? You said we had it off. And they're like, oh, I'm sorry, I don't know. And then they were like, so we were like, oh, and they didn't want to talk to us. They were like, you got to talk to Siobhan, which was our other next manager up. And so we're like, let's find Siobhan. They know they did this stuff on purpose. They know they did it wrong because we go in, we find Siobhan. We don't even say anything to her yet. We're just walking in the area, and she immediately goes, "Don't talk to me. Don't talk to me right now." And we're like, "Excuse me?" And me and Drew, we got in literally a screaming match with this woman, just yelling back and forth.
When you say screaming, are you like, ah? Or are you just like, kind of like, hey, what are you doing, lady?
No, I was screaming.
Well, I was
Drew kept himself a little more contained. Like, everyone up in the front was looking at us.
So your voice was like, ah!
And she just kept going on about how, don't talk to me today. You can talk to me when you're on the clock. And I was like, okay, I'll clock in tomorrow and come find you. And she goes, you better not. You got to be working if you're clocked in. The people are effing crazy. So I just went home.
So basically, don't talk to me at all because I can't
Oh, yeah,
talk to me
and they
unless you're
said
calm.
I'm getting 2 write-ups for the days that I were off. If I got one more write-up, I'd be fired.
So
I went home, thought about it, called in, and just quit. And since then, I made a vow, and some of you are going to think I'm crazy, but I'm this devoted to my convention reviews channel. It's what I want to do. You know, I want it to get big. I'm really devoted to it. If any job, seriously, ever tells me, oh, you can't get off for that con, I will quit on the spot. I'm not kidding. And I will find a new job. So, that's how I do it. How do you guys get off for cons? Let me know in the comments below. And
It's a lot different for every job.
You can follow us on Twitter.
You can.
Not Nate, because he's a loser.
Well, Nate has a Snapchat. And
He
an
doesn't
Instagram.
use.
Where it says Cody Reviews, that's my Twitter, my Snapchat, my Instagram, and Dakota's. You can find all his stuff in the description.
I'm Mr._Director right there. And be sure when you share this places, because I hope you do, but when you do, make sure you hashtag WD1UP.
That'd be totally awesome of you guys. That'd be totally awesome. Mm-hmm. And,
Stay
nerdy.
I'm going to just...
Oh, my leg. Hey guys, thanks for watching.
If you want to watch yesterday's video, click right here in the center of the screen.
Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
And read the description to find our other channels, plus our Twitch and more.
Nice, bro.
Just keep that in.